the screen is, what the dock can do, like the Hall effect sticks, like a possible cast feature, new UI and themes, like a new eShop. Like after 8 years with the original Switch, I'm way more focused on like what is my playing day to day, any game that I get on this thing going to look and feel like. I'm way more focused on that, clearly. And I think a lot of people are way more focused on, I hope we see Animal Crossing. And both are very valid, but in my mind, like, we've had 8 years of like video game announcements, 8 years of like big releases. I'm really just, for me, what I'm really excited about and kind of hyper fixating on is the console itself. Like, that's what kept me up last night. That's why I'm excited. You know, I don't care like what games are shown. I almost would be okay with an hour just looking at the Switch 2. Like, maybe I'm insane, but that's like what I'm really excited about. And then we can do another direct later for all the games. Like, that's just where my brain is at. But I totally get people wanting this to be like a full direct 2 with a bunch of announcements. My one big thing that I was trying to say to chat was, I feel like when you start announcing a lot of stuff for later, like, right now we know we've got Mario Kart on launch, right? So it's unlikely we're going to have a new Animal Crossing at launch or even like soon after, right? Or like a new Fire Emblem or new anything else, right? So I think at the point where you're like, and we're also working on Animal Crossing coming in 2026, in my mind, I feel like that's going to make people go, oh, well, I like Animal Crossing, so I'm going to wait to buy a Switch 2 until 2026 when that comes out. I think Nintendo wants to get people excited for now. So they rush out and get it now, not, oh, there's an F-Zero next year, I'll wait till next year. That's where my mind is at, but at the same time, I could be totally wrong. And like, it's so hard to predict Nintendo. Maybe this is full of games releasing this year, next year, and even future plans and unannounced release dates, and they just go hard at making like the most insane direct we've ever seen. And if that happens, guys, I'm not gonna be upset I didn't get bingo or like I didn't put Animal Crossing on my list. I'm gonna be on my chest screaming and even more surprised than anybody because I was wrong. You know, this is a win-win no matter what. I'm so excited. Oh my God. We have 40 minutes left, so let's breeze through this quickly. So this is where they talk about how the culmination of all their old consoles kind of came together to make the Switch. I've referenced this so many times in my videos because I absolutely love this. It's such a full circle thing, you know, them taking like the idea of a carry handle. Even they're like, we wanted our console to be portable even with GameCube, you know, which is so funny to think about. Like touch screens and motion controls and that OLED, like all of these, this is them. Like, this is what they're saying. Like, all of this led to the Switch, you know what I mean? Like, that was their whole idea at the time, and I just, to this day, I love the Switch for that reason and so many more. All right, so we get a full look at this console for about 20 minutes, about 17 minutes in. So this is also an hour-long presentation, which I forgot that it was an hour long for the original one. And I did actually completely forget we had this to look at. 17 minutes of it was a look at the new console. So you can probably assume we'll get the same, you know, like 20 minutes of looking at the console. Then we had a look at 1-2 Switch immediately, which you can kind of see as like Nintendo's second like counterpart launch game. I always forget about it, to be honest. I always forget Nintendo kind of had 2 games on launch and one was 1-2 Switch. I always forget. So there's a good chance we get Mario Kart and then something else. And that's why on my list I have new IP, because I feel like this, or like it could be a new Mario Paint, something that shows off like what the Switch's hardware can do. So like a 1-2 Switch in this case could be hopefully something better than 1-2 Switch. You know what I mean? Switch 2 IR, I'm going to be very interested to see if the Switch 2 has IR. My working theory is that the little optical sensor for the mouse could maybe be used as IR. But from my understanding and what I've been told, that is such a short throw optical reader that you probably won't be able to get like this far away from it and have it be able to tell what. So I'm not sure. They might just ditch IR, which would be pretty surprising, but at the same time, well, I guess not that surprising. I don't know why I said surprising.
I'm so excited. Thanks for streaming this.
Oh, you're so welcome. So here is another new IP that we got in this event, ARMS. So we're 2 games in, and we already have 2 new IPs. So I think the chance of us getting a new IP is very high. And here we have 2. I would say only 1 is worth really talking about, and even then this one fell a little short for a lot of people's expectations. But this was like Nintendo trying to launch something new, like a new Splatoon type game. So we might instantly kick this event off with 2 new games. Then we take a look at Splatoon 2. So people were saying to put Splatoon on the bingo list. I'm not sure if they do Splatoon back to back at these events. I think maybe they do something fresh and different, but here it is right here on this one, so very possible. Then a look at the Mario Odyssey. Oh, you know what? If they revealed Mario Odyssey, chat might be cooking then when they told me to put a new 3D Mario in the list. I did not remember that they revealed Odyssey off the rip here. After seeing this, I am more inclined to put a new 3D Mario on my list. What should we get rid of? Can I get rid of Metaphor? Do you guys mind if I get rid of Metaphor? Wait, let me see the rest of the list. I want to change. That's what I was saying. I know, Landon, I know. I honestly thought this came later. I just misremembered. Chat, honestly, you might have been cooking. I'm so glad I'm watching this now. Then we had a look at Xenoblade 2. People were saying to put Monolith in the list. I don't think it's going to be a straight